And we're hearing news right now of some rumblings in hockey pertaining to the Vancouver Canucks and the long-rumored Willie Desjardins to Vancouver appears to be very close to coming to fruition. In fact, as close as you can come without a signed deal.
Kevin Weeks, friend of this show, had it out on social media earlier today that Willie Desjardins, who coached the Texas Stars to a Calder Cup title, the American Hockey League, the longest-running league on earth, that league just finished up like 3 days ago. He is going to be taking over the Vancouver Canucks sometime next week. Other pretty reputable hockey people are going with the same thing. So Trevor Linden and Jim Benning's search for a head coach for this team as I enter, what's safe to say is going to be a transition period with the Canucks, if you believe that Ryan Kessler's on his way out and they're trying to work some new guys in the line.
I don't know if it's going to be a transition period, my friend.
Well, how about this? Whether they want it to be or not, this might be a transition period for the Vancouver Canucks.
They've got some cap room, and I think they're going to try.
Oh, listen, they'll try.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of teams try. I don't know how far they're going to get, but they got a guy that they've been coveting for a while, and a lot of teams, the Pittsburgh Penguins, if you believe what you read, have been waiting on the availability of Willie Desjardins for a few weeks.
Yep.
He is now off the board based on numerous reports. Willie Desjardins, this guy has had success. He's been an assistant on the bench for World Junior Hockey Championship gold medals. He's been on the bench as an assistant for World Hockey Championship success. He's done it in junior. He's done it in the American Hockey League.
Don't forget the University of Saskatchewan.
How can I forget the University of
Do
Saskatchewan?
not forget the University of Saskatchewan in this mix.
Sorry, Sheepdogs. The University of Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, I love, and this guy was obviously going to get a shot, but, Bill Peters yesterday, going to Carolina from the Detroit Red Wings.
Right.
I love guys earning it. I love not recycling crap. I love guys who bust their ass in the minors the way you should, getting these opportunities with big-time organizations, and it makes my soul smiles when I see this stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, I got nothing personal against Ron Wilson. You had your shot, bud. It's time for some new blood in this league, and I love when it happens.
Yeah, but they earned that first shot, right?
They earned it.
I'm not saying that Ron had one shot because he had more than one shot.
9 shots.
But you know what I'm saying.
No.
They did put their time in.
But I just think there's shelf life on these guys, and I think there's some very smart hockey men with new ideas and new ways to approach the modern athlete who just need a break. And these guys are getting it, and I think it's a great thing.
I've heard great things about Willie Desjardins, and I think that Vancouver is getting themselves something here. And I wonder if, in the end, there might have been – I wonder if Willie's stock didn't if his deal didn't get a little richer given the rumors that surrounded the Pittsburgh Penguins and their want and need to talk to Willie Desjardins before they did anything.
Well, one of your favorite terms is leverage.
Yep.
Willie Desjardins had leverage.
He ended up having some, yeah.
Willie Desjardins had options, and before anyone kind of goes down the road of, oh, this is a different guy from John Tortorella. From what I've read, if you know Willie Desjardins, the one thing he is not is subtle. From an intensity standpoint, this ain't a drop-off. He's the same kind. He's not insane like John Tortorella, but Willie Desjardins is an intense dude.
But his ability to communicate with his players is probably tops on the list. So yes, there's an intensity there, but a lot of the players really, like, I've talked to a couple guys that played for him,
yeah,
and they're just like, his ability to communicate to the players sets him apart.
Well, the stories of him in the minors is legendary, of just calling up a player from the back of the bus on the road trips,
right,
and they talk for 4 hours.
Yeah,
they talk for 4 hours,
right.
And he dives into what you are as a human being, and that's what's got him to this point. But just, before we go down the whole, he's different from John, he is, but in a lot of ways, he's also just as intense as John Tortorella.
I hate that idea, though, that you got to be different from your last coach, but it seems like a lot of teams do that.
No, but I think this is,
or fans.
No,
listen, okay.
John
Tortorella kicked ass, so let's go completely the opposite.
No, but listen, I agree with you. I think this is brilliant in that you're kind of walking the line on both on this one.
Right.
He is different,
yep,
but he's still got that edge, and I think every coach needs it because you just can't let these guys do whatever they want.
By the way, I heard Eric Francis on Brady and Walker today talk about Dan Bylsma not needing to jump to a head coaching spot right away. Found that interesting given our conversation.
Well, and apparently, if on Hockey Central, the guys were bringing up today, he's apparently priced himself right out of Florida.
Yeah.
And Gerard Gallant is the guy everyone's kind of pinpointing as the lead, leaving his assistant job in Montreal and going down there.
I think that, there are a lot of factors in Florida right now and everyone buying this, they're going to spend money to get to the cap, may end up getting screwed when all is said and done, because there's a changing climate with the ownership there, and it might not just be that Dan Bylsma priced himself out. It might be that the Florida Panthers aren't going to pay anyone, no matter how good they are.
It'll be interesting.
That kind of money.
It'll be interesting because you hear a lot when we enter an NHL draft. NHL draft in Philadelphia begins next Friday. You hear the team with the first overall pick a lot. While we'll shop it. We're not cemented in that pick. You hear that crap all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the young defensemen Florida have, you kind of believe it when they say they're shopping this pick. And what kind of salary they would bring in off a trade for the first overall selection, who knows? But they might be adding salary, Tim, and it not just be courtesy of UFAs, right? Like if they make that deal with whoever, there's going to be some experienced guys coming back at at what level, who knows? But salary will be coming back in that deal. We'll see how much. But the Panthers now are kind of, for various reasons, from a head coaching standpoint, first overall standpoint, what the hell are the Panthers going to do right now? It's going to be interesting.